I'm David Onabanjo. I'm the Intercultural Mission Enabler at the Diocese of Manchester. I joined the diocese not too long ago, about 2.5 months now, mid-November, and my role is to work within the growth team of the strategy of diocese, which is growth, nurture, and serve our churches and communities. And because our society is changing quite a lot in recent years, whereby we're having a lot of new heritages coming to settle within the Greater Manchester, within our parishes, we believe that as a church, we need to start looking at how welcoming we are for the new visitors, the new heritages coming into our society, because they bring totally different qualities, they bring different characteristics, attributes, and therefore my role is to see how I can work along with the clergies and their teams, and also all these key stakeholders within the diocese, in the office here, St. John's House, and also nationally and locally, to see how best we can be fitting, we can be ready, so that when we have these visitors coming to us, we're quite ready to help them and absorb them. We make sure our church grow with the new people, heritages coming into our diocese. My vision really is that I'm so passionate about our church. I'm passionate about God. I love church, and I want our church to continue growing, especially within the Manchester Diocese. So my role as Intercultural Mission Enabler is that already there's growth strategy going on all around us, but mine is to enable, to help the clergies, the parishes, the PCCs, the parochial councils, to see how best we can adjust how we welcome people. We do it great in Church of England. Our hospitality is almost second to none. But certain hospitality do not fit in with certain heritages, the way we just do it with everybody. So my role is to try and see which is the best way, and see how I can work with the clergies, with the leaders of the churches, with the people that work within our parishes, whether in the outreach, with the children, with the school, with the chaplaincies, to see which are the best way to see that if somebody is coming from Farsi-speaking heritage, how do we make them feel comfortable? Just by saying hello may not be the easier way. Or someone coming from Africa, what are the best way? What are the things we should be saying in front of them? How best to make sure? So my role is to try and build like a manual of good practice we can share all across the diocese that work. And to do this, I've been looking into some of the parishes that are quite successful, in taking on visitors, people from other cultural heritages, and growing with them. And some are not so successful. So my role is to try and see how we can find a common ground where everybody can see what others are doing. If different churches are different, and see how it fits in with their own different environment and surroundings. It's not something we can just do. So everything should look natural, but with the leaders in these parishes, they must think strategically. If we have visitors coming into our church, they come one Sunday and they disappear the following Sunday. So they dip in and dip out. What is the best way? Can we show them that this church can be their home church if they're still looking around? Because people from different heritages, when they move into an area, some of them are new Christians, for example, they're coming from the Middle East, and some of them are Christians from wherever they're coming from. All they want is just to find a home church they can feel comfortable. And therefore, the leaders, the stakeholders of its churches and parishes need to work out that how best, we're great in hospitality, but how best can we tailor our hospitality to be conducive to people coming in, people visiting us, to give them the confidence that our church, our parish, is actually a safe place for them, is actually welcoming for them, and really care about what they want and help them to grow spiritually. Hopefully, they will be a good tool for the church as well. As they settle down in the communities, as their children are settling down, they will love the church because they will be looking at our church as the beacon that show them the light, the way, and how to move on with their lives, whatever they're into. Since I've been doing the job and from the work I've been doing, in the diocese, we're not really doing too badly. That is just a way of looking at it, in the sense that all our churches, bar some that are very, very rural, have already have the opportunity to have contact with the other cultural heritages moving into their areas. If new people are coming into a house, a church, an environment, they want to look around and find a little bit of relevance. They may not find people that look exactly like them or even speak their language, but what they're really looking for is that the people they're meeting are quite warm, welcoming, and doing the things, or even care to ask them, how best can we look after you? That's what we need to be doing more. If people want to find out more, currently what I'm doing is that I'm building up like a focus group, people to come together to, consolidate all these good ideas, which I will call the good practice manual, so that when people want to say, hey, what can we do in our church? How can we make the new cultural heritages that come be comfortable and stay, or even improve the way we grow? Please do let me know. I'll point you into the right direction. I'm currently working with all the clergies in the diocese, as many as are comfortable to work with me, and we're building up a very good resources of ideas which we can share. And it's not just within this diocese, with other dioceses around the north of England. To know more about the work we're doing, how best to go about it, and to get all these great ideas we're compiling for your use, you can email me. To find my email address, please go on to the diocese website. All the details are there.